This is TWiT.
Amazon earned billions in 2017, paid no U.S. taxes. According to CNN Money, not only is Jeff Bezos the richest person of all time, but he made $5 billion in his company made $5 billion in 2017. No taxes. Not illegal. Not illegal. This is just more of that, you know.
As Donald Trump would say, smart.
Yeah, it's just smart.
Right.
They actually paid taxes in previous years, but at a what's your tax rate? My tax rate is close to 40, maybe 50%. They paid at 11.4%, even though they had profits of $8.2 billion. Anyway, I don't want to set up. I don't want to set people up for jealousy, but there's amazing what you can do with money like that. Like, for instance, buy Ring, and that's what they did this week. We don't know exactly how much. Initially, we thought it was $1 billion. Now I'm seeing from Recode numbers closer to 1.2 to 1.4 billion dollars. Now, Ring is a sponsor. We should mention we do Ring ads all the time. I take some responsibility for Ring's success. I will get zero of this money, but I'm happy for Jamie and his team because that's really nice. Here's the question: why?
Amazon Key.
Well, but they already have Key, right? They tried. Remember, they tried to buy August.
Yeah.
That fell through. In fact, August was pretty pissed off. They feel like that Amazon found out how everything worked and then said, okay, well, never mind. And they built shortly thereafter, they built the Key system, which allows an Amazon delivery person.
This expands on that.
Into your house. There's a camera. There's a lock. They can open the lock. The camera watches them while they put the package in the door and they leave. Is that available in Houston? Have you tried it?
Yes, it is available. I have not tried it. I know somebody who has it, and they love it. We have a real problem in Houston, as in a lot of other places, with people stealing packages. Houston, I believe Houston is the place, I think it is, where the guy invented the box where you pick it up and a shotgun shell goes off in the box and scares the scares the person. Yes,
only in Texas, my friends, and Florida and some states.
But that is it's such an issue here that the guy loves it. You know, he doesn't mind at all. And I just could not do that. There's just no way I would allow that.
And
I couldn't do it because my dog would bite the guy, so that would be a problem.
Well, then my other problem is that it's the Amazon Logistics, which I don't know what it's like in Houston, but in Amazon Logistics in Petaluma is some person that not in a uniform in a normal car, because they kind of do it like Uber, where they list deliveries that they have, and somebody says, okay, I'll do those. And so to me, that's like just somebody off the street coming in my house.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have the problem with packages getting stolen because I have a Ring video doorbell. And so, so maybe that's the, I don't know. So is that why they bought it? They want to replace Key with Ring?
Or expand those services.
I think it ties in. I think it ties in with the whole ecosystem for both. You know, I mean, when you look at Amazon, Google, and Apple are all competing to own your home and have as many devices in your home as possible. And I think it ties in with the Echo. And I'm sure that they will continue to find ways to integrate it. I suspect they're already integrated to some extent. But it's Amazon really having a really robust offering of home devices. And I think they're going to have more of them.
Does Ring do anything other than a doorbell?
They have basically it's a doorbell for the front door, and then they attach the doorbell to lights. So it has
security lights,
kind of the same thing. But they did, remember this, they were going to launch last Christmas a home security system, and ADT sued them. And I think that lawsuit's over. In fact, my understanding is shortly before Amazon bought them, Ring settled for a larger amount than they were agreed. You know, they suddenly said, okay, here's $25 million. And the ADT suit went away. So they have now on their page, they are selling their home security system.
Are they currently integrated to Alexa in any way?
Yes, totally.
Yeah, that's what I figured they would be.
Yeah. So, but everything, that actually...
Everything is.
Everything is. That doesn't give them an exclusive by any means.
No. No, but it means that they can add value.
Theory. Yeah. So Amazon is famous for a number of things, and one of them is having a kind of quasi-Orwellian employee situation where they watch their employees in a microcosmic way. Everyone's clocked in, they monitor their location, and they're about to launch inevitably into this world where Amazon employees will be doing the lion's share of deliveries to the front door.
Yes.
And this is a way for them to monitor their own employees and their performance and their behavior.
Interesting.
Wow.
But you have to have so many of those rings installed. Not everybody's going to put those in there.
And what about
in that sense?
The privacy? So if I have a Ring in my house, does Amazon have the right to look at the video?
Okay.
That my Ring is recording?
This is something that I've been kind of pursuing recently. I've asked Amazon several times pointed questions about exactly what they do in terms of, do they listen when they're not listening to the keywords, and are they doing experiments where they have Alexa doing things that people don't necessarily expect? And whenever I ask those questions, they just stop interacting with me. They don't answer them. And that doesn't mean that they're doing those things. It doesn't mean anything nefarious, but it does mean that they have not answered those questions yet.
That's
so
odd.
I've read their terms of service. There's nothing in the terms of service that I can find that prohibits them from monitoring video feeds, listening in through Amazon, doing any of these things. And I think it's an underexplored area. We have this black box that we're putting in every house. And I'm not a conspiracy theory minded person or suspicious of tech companies as a rule. But in this case, I'm a little concerned about Amazon because they hold it so close to the vest. They don't tell us exactly what they're doing. They have a history of, for example, with the Fire Phone, of when you take a picture of something, they're also transmitting the audio back to Amazon and doing God knows what with it. So I don't think they've earned our trust yet. They're not transparent enough yet. And I think that it behooves those of us in the media to keep pushing them to find out exactly what their intentions are, what they do, what they don't do. And it's especially urgent now that they have all these Ring video doorbells.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny because my Echo will sometimes talk to me even though I don't say the word.
Oh, that happens all the time. It's because you're watching TV, right? Or
hear something else and it thinks you're saying the word.
So does my Google Home, though. All of these.
I apologize for saying that word on your show because I'm sure that millions of Echoes just got activated when I said it. So
you know what? You know, it's only a problem if you're listening to the show on your Echo, because then it stops the show and says, "What do you want?" And so that's a little annoying. But other than that, these things happen. We actually bloop it out of the downloaded version. So it's only people watching live that get bit by that. But isn't that's something we've decided to start doing, bloop it out.
And here's a weird thing that may surprise some of your listeners. Yeah. But I actually travel with both my Echo and also my Ring video doorbell. I travel with both of these. They're two of the most important things that I travel with. Yeah, everywhere we go, we plug in the Echo. We have music, we have information, weather reports.
So you're not so worried about the privacy implications that you don't use it?
No.
I'm not. And how do you hook up the doorbell? Are you renting a place or are you in a hotel? Where are you that you can hook up a doorbell?
I use mounting putty and I put it outside the door. I connect it to the Wi-Fi, and everywhere I go.
It's got a 1-year battery in it. Some of them. Yeah. And so you don't have to worry about powering it. You could just.
I'm going to find out where he's staying and go steal his doorbell.
Yeah.
What's wrong with mounting putty?
Yeah.
That's right. You have to pull hard.
That's really interesting, Mike. I know you thought it was a good product for Airbnb renters.
Everyone involved in renting Airbnb should be using this. Yeah. It's just a fantastic. So the biggest thing. So we've stayed in a lot of countries that are not necessarily safe, and when you're in an Airbnb, everyone in the neighborhood knows you're a foreigner with expensive equipment and all this stuff, and so it's kind of a little bit, you get kind of nervous. And with a Ring video doorbell, you come back to the house before you go in. You check to see if anyone has gone in,
right?
And you can see, nobody's gone in, and you walk in with confidence.
Oh, that's really nice. That's a great reason to do that.
I don't have a ring, but I have a Vivid system, and so if somebody comes to my door, I'll get a notice saying somebody's at your door. But by the time I get to look at them, they're usually gone because of the delay. Do you find that you actually can often see the person in real time and interact with them before they actually leave?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
It's instantaneous almost.
Maybe mine has worse latency.
There's about 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds latency in worst case. But that's enough usually to catch the people wait at the door, but they ring the doorbell, they wait 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, my latency I think is about 30 seconds. So that's good to know.
Yeah. No, they've done it right, and I mean that's why Amazon bought them. But Amazon doesn't need to push the envelope. They're doing great. They don't have to take chances with people's privacy. They don't even have to make acquisitions of cameras if that makes people nervous. Now, I'm not a CEO, and I never will be, so I don't maybe understand business. But why would Jeff Bezos take chances like that? Why? I mean,
why their whole business model is based on algorithmically determined sort of behavioral models. So they, if you think about what they track and what they do on the Amazon website, and even when you go beyond the website, whether they go where they figure out where you're going, what you're doing, how long the mouse hovers over this. Does that mean you're interested? They're upset. And look at their grocery store, Amazon Go. This is not about a convenient grocery store. This is about a physical brick and mortar grocery store that has the kind of behavioral data that their website has. And so they're obsessed with understanding what people do. And a camera is by far the most valuable sensor for figuring out what's happening in general with human behavior. They can see who's coming, who's going, what time, how long, all this stuff that's happening. And so it's all, they're like Google. It's all about the data. It's about big data and how you can plug in artificial intelligence to get information that enables you to be more competitive in everything you do.
10 years from now,
they're going to take pictures of your grocery bags as you walk in the house and figure out where you're buying your groceries and make sure that they're underbidding. Yeah, maybe.
Wow, that's interesting. 10 years from now, we're going to look back and regret that we weren't more proactive in fighting the growth of Amazon and Google and Facebook.
Are we? Do you think so?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think things change and happen so quickly that Google and Facebook and Amazon in 10 years may not be what they are now, and there may be somebody else we have to worry about fighting.